And here we are at our own locals here, and then we got our winner for the night and winner of our Invitational. This is Sheldon, and he has got an amazing deck profile that you guys have seen. So Sheldon, enough of me, take at it, kid.
So this is the deck profile I took to take first place at Tri-City Tactical.
Yeah.
You know, give a summary. This has been going on for months, playing for points, and then eventually whoever the highest points, they play it out for top 4, and so on and so forth. So this is the deck profile that I got. Let's cut into it. Start off with 3 cats. Honestly, it kind of sucks because it gets impermed every time, but at the same time, the card's too great not to run it. So it's like if it resolves, it just feels absolutely fantastic. If it doesn't resolve, it's like, well, fuck me, right? We start off with 3 Fractal, the best starter in the deck. You can dump any of your Beast Warrior cards, Winged Beast, Beast Monsters. Helps get the engine going. It works well with other cards in the deck, which I'll show you in a second. 3 Nerval, 3 Kit, 3 Kiraz. Nerval, when he hits Graveyard, he can add any Tri-Monster. Tri-Brigade Kit, when it hits Graveyard, can send any Tri-Card. And this is just an extender by pitching a Beast Warrior, Winged Beast, Beast Monster, special summon it. It helps play through those boards where you get impermed on your normal summon, link away, search another one if you already have this in hand, or if you don't, you can add it, and then you can extend off. Pretty good. I max out on all of them because I do run Desires, and I really don't want to work with low card economy. Let's get into our disruption cards, hand traps. 3 Ash, the Gamma package. This card's just super good. I mean, when you draw this all the goddamn time, it sucks, but this card overall is just so good. It works well with Rescue Calf. They try to Ash. Works good with Pot of Desires if you don't banish one. Honestly, I never really banish this. All I do is draw more Desires off Desires, so it works. Let's resolve it to get more Desires, right? 2 Imperm. I mean, not Imperm. I do run that too, but 2 Nibiru. Cards that came in clutch today. I actually won the game with Heroes, both games because of this card. Some locals, it's not really good against it because they run a lot of control decks, but I do recommend at least maining 1 or 2 of these because this can just completely stop someone's whole turn. I used it and he scooped, actually. 2 TTTs. Honestly, this card was great today. I used it 3 times today. I don't know if I want to put it in the side or keep it in the main, but with this deck, you have so much extra space, you can just kind of throw it in there and play it. So, yeah, might as well. Really good card today. I got to play more with it to figure if I really want to keep it in the main. 2 is good. 3, definitely. Definitely don't want to do that. Become way too bricky. 1 tanky, because, Jesus. 1 foolish, because this card sometimes doesn't really... You don't really need it as much, but there are times where foolish is good because, like, let's say you stare down summon limit like I did today, and you only get 2 summons. You can foolish and then keep sending stuff with Fractal, normal, 1 summon, and then banish 4 for Shirag to banish the summon limit, and that's your 2 summons, and then you can just still combo off after and search with Shirag. I actually did that today, pretty cool. 1 call by because you kind of want your stuff to resolve. We run the 2 Chalice and then the 1 Droplet. 1 Droplet because I'm a broke boy and I'm borrowing this one. But Chalice worked just as well today. Just as good today, I should say. Droplet actually stopped the Dragoon, but to be honest with you, I don't really think I needed this to stop the Dragoon anyways, but it did come in clutch. 3 Pot of Desires. I don't know, man. Drawing cards is great, but I draw into Desires off Desires way too much. I might cut it down to 2, and I know. I'll get hate for that, but whatever. Anything to stop me drawing into more. 3 Imperm and then 3 Revolt. This card is probably the best hand trap. It stops like 90% of decks. Stops rogue decks. If you don't know your matchups and you play against rogue, you're just going to lose because you don't know what the hell's going on. But this card's just so good against it. You can even blind it against certain cards. Like, just super good. 3 Revolt because of Desires, and also if you're playing opponent and they scythe you and you can't go into your extra deck, you can just fuel your graveyard and banish and then set the Revolt, and then on their turn you can just Revolt them and just get the same card advantage. Pretty good. And a Disruption. That's it for the main. 41 main. 41 main, yep. Alright, now we're going to get into the extra deck. I'm still kind of tweaking it a little bit. I really don't know what I want for it, but we'll get started with it. We won the 2 Farrajet. Honestly, 1 for your turn 1 play. Help combo off. And you run the 2 against control decks around, like, I don't know, turn 3, 4, 5, or whatever it takes to get you stuff going. You kind of want the other one. We won the 1 Bear Brum. Obviously, search the Revolt. Second effect comes in handy sometimes to special summon a monster from your banish, and then you can help push for game. Pretty cool. 2 Rugal. This card helps you go into access code, but there's also some games where you really don't want to overextend your resources, and you'd rather have more card economy, so you end on the Rugal so you can get the special summon from the graveyard, so you at least get another card potentially added back to your hand depending on your matchup. Because when I play Yu-Gi-Oh! For card economy, honestly, I think that's probably the strongest things about Yu-Gi-Oh! Not so much board presence. 3 Shurag. Absolutely 3. I would not take it back down to 2. 3 is crucial. In the grind games, you really need the 3rd. There's a lot of times where you go into Shurag on your first turn, going second. So you banish a card and then you link 2 into Blossom to get the search and stuff like that. So 3 definitely would keep. Now we got our randoms. Almirage. If you ever see this card, your opponent bricked. It's a dead giveaway that you brick if you normal summon into Almirage. Absolutely feels terrible. Lambda. I didn't go into this at all today, but usually on locals I do end on this. There are times where you open up your Gamma and you don't really need to go on into an Appaloosa. You can just kind of like do your whole board and then link the Beast Warrior, Wing Beast, or Beast Monster into this, and then you can sit on the Gamma and you could get another negate that way. It's actually pretty strong, and a lot of your opponents never expect this if they're sitting on the Nibiru. If I don't have enough resources to combo off fully into an Appaloosa and OTK, I'll just end on this. So I like to kind of give it away that like I don't got that. I have the Gamma, and if you Nibiru me and I Gamma you, I'm just gonna end up ripping another card from you. And the 1 Ancient Warrior card's super good. Play this card, you link summon it. Opponent flips a floodgate, you just chain it, give it back to them. Like, here, give it back to your hand. You know what? I'm still going to play my turn. Super good card. This card came in clutch against Sky Striker. Shuffle back the Ray and then proceed to go for game. This card's super underrated against DPE. I think this card should be in every Tri-Brigade list extra deck. On power cards, Appaloosa, that's going to be a turn 1 board. You're usually going to end on Appaloosa with 3 and a Revolt. And the 1 access code. Access code is absolutely crucial in this deck. You push for game 90% of the time with this card. I really wouldn't see why you wouldn't run it. That's it for this extra. Every card is good. I wouldn't take out any card. The only card I would take out would probably be a Rugal, but there's been times in control versions of the deck where this second copy came up and actually won me the game. Now let's go into the side. So my side isn't as great as it should be. I'm missing some cards, but you got to work with what you got, and each card has a purpose. We'll start off. We got the back row removal cards. I feel like Harpies, just something about it not being a quick play makes it useless. Because like you kind of want to just, it just feels bad. They can just chain to it if they got everything they need. It just doesn't feel good. But I mean, against like certain matchups, I guess it can be good. Rogue and etc. Cosmic, because chaining this to a DPE and popping their back row that they want to get their scythe off just feels so good. Twin Twisters are good too. In this deck, you can pitch like a Nerval or a Kit and you get card advantage that way while popping 2. I don't know how I feel about Twin. It didn't... I think Twin came up for me once today against you. Did it go up against you, Ross? I don't know if I even used this today, honestly, but I probably would keep it anyways. I think it's better than Evenly right now because skipping your battle phase just it just doesn't feel good. I got the 3rd Chalice in here. Card came in clutch. I wish I could run it at 5 or 6. Card's insane. So good. 1 Pinkertops because this card is just free against certain matchups. 2 of the Flying Moth. This is against Bear Statue mostly. Also, it can help against Sky Striker matchup. You just tribute, kind of clog up their main monster zone, but any good Sky Striker player can play around it. But it's just a generic good card. I wish I had Dark Rulers instead, but gotta work with what you got. The 3rd Nibiru. Best card against Rogue. We got Red Reboot. Best card against any back row deck. Alright, so this is what I got for going first. A lot of people don't play this anymore, but I'm on it still. This actually got me my game, second game against Heroes. Set up my board, I appointed them, and I got rid of their evenly matched, and I was like, GG's after that. And then the 2 anti-spells in the Imperial Order. Anti-spell is just huge. It's good against literally every deck, honestly. Same thing with Imperial. If you open up either of these, you should be good. I really don't like running 3 ofs when it comes to the trap cards going first, because like seeing too many of them, it does not feel good at all. So I figured the odds and the ratios, you'll see one of these in your opening hand, plus with the mulligan you get from Blossom. So.
I ain't bad. Well, listen, Sheldon, you did it right to get first place. So good job, bud. We appreciate it. And like I said, thanks so much for the deck profile.
Yep, that's how we do it. Troy City Tactical, baby.